In this video, I just really want to quickly explain introverted feeling and introverted sensing in a loop. So if you're an INFP, there you go. And if you're an ISTJ, there you go too. What's up, legend? It's Sherman here from Geek Psychology, helping you find your true character and level it up so you can play life better. So I was thinking about introverted feeling, introverted sensing, because I think about this stuff all the time, and a good example came up. And at least I think it's a good example. So just to explain what's going on, you have these two characters. You have this resonating empath character. And for me, it's a panda. She's pretty chill, and yes, it's a she. And then for the introverted sensing, you have the stabilizing guardian. For me, it's a turtle. And these two characters, if you've never been into this channel and you just heard me say that, you're probably like, I don't know what's going on here. It's okay. I just personify the parts of myself and then engage them in role play and heroic adventures. So anyway, these two characters are talking back and forth, and the empath is like, well, do what feels good to you, do what feels right, know yourself, use your heart's compass to guide the way. And the turtle, the stabilizing guardian, is more like, okay, we need to check into our past, and we gotta understand what's gonna happen, right? We don't want to create any new chaos or anything like that. Like we've lived long lives here. We need to consolidate this information and use it to help us. And we're going to go forward kind of slow and steady. And when these two characters are in this loop, as you can imagine, it's not a fast process. It takes time. It's defensive. As I say, all the introverted functions are. They're distant. They're slower. They think and contemplate first before taking action. And if this gets looped for too long, then you don't take any actions. You don't do anything except talk about what happened in the past and how it makes you feel. And that can be good for a while if you get some positive insight out of it. But if you're just going into past negative experiences and pulling them out and then making a judgment on them or on you based off them, then that's not good. So what I mean by that is, if you say, if you're in contemplation and you're in reverie and you're thinking about the past and you're going over this instance where when I was a kid, I had a paper bag full of arcade tickets. Oh, so many tickets in there, because I was collecting them all, and I was going to go to the arcade and I was going to go buy something. I'd taken them home and was going for my next round. I was on my bike and I was at the corner, and I stopped, and I think the wind just blew all the tickets everywhere. It somehow went into the bag and just scooped them up. It was like, get out of here, and just threw the tickets everywhere. And this is at a decent intersection next to my house. I remember some of the high school students. So I think I was in middle school, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, they were from the car, they were honked and were kind of yelling and teasing me and stuff like that, right? Horrible thing to happen. And I still remember it. I'm 35 now, so there we go. But what happened is not a reflection of who I am. If I were to look at it and say, you're so stupid, how come you let that happen? You're dumb. Why? Of course people are going to tease you if you hold bags of tickets, because that's a stupid thing to do. That's looking at the past, and that's making judgments on it. Going back and forth between what happened and then making a judgment on it. What happened, making a judgment on it. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have said that thing. I said that thing. I shouldn't have said it. And that makes me stupid. And that makes me bad at talking to people. So when this is going back and forth and you're getting both of these voices, these two characters just sitting down around a campfire telling misery stories, you're not doing anything with your life. So it's important to look at the situation in the past, and then, as I've said so many times now, wrap it with a different emotion, wrap it with gratitude. Be able to look at that event and say, okay, this happened, and now I know, and now it's not going to happen again. Or it happened, and now I can look back at it and say, well, I'm not like one of those people. You know, I'm better than that in some way. You know, I wouldn't do that to somebody else. I would feel bad for them. Maybe I'd even help them. Probably not, but maybe. You know, those kind of ways of looking at it and changing it by finding some way of feeling better about it, feeling good about it. Okay, so anyway, I hope this video helped. It was just something that was going on in my mind grapes, and I wanted to share it. So if it helped, please let me know down below what resonated with you, and do it. Yeah, use the technique. Hope it helps. Keep up the lifelong questing. Good luck, have fun. Peace.